Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bells. Every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. So, it's been a big thing in the last few years. It kind of died down, really, I think, after Brother Kevin Samuels passed away. But you still got people talking about the high-value man, high-value woman. Got these women for sure talking about they need a man to make a certain amount of money, having this kind of status, and statistically speaking, you don't have a lot of men in America making over $100,000. You just don't. But every woman feel that they should have a man that make that kind of money. And you're hearing this frustrating because I don't believe that these women believe what they're saying. I think they're just saying it for pandering to get views, for clicks, get that AdSense money up. That's the only reason, to me, that's the only reason why these videos are still, being viable in these YouTube and these internet streets, because it's not realistic. And you wonder why they seem like they bitter, upset, because they're looking for something. If they believe what they're saying, then their attitudes make sense. Because when you're chasing a dream or chasing something and you never obtain it, I can understand people being frustrated. And they want something, but it just don't happen. So you got to move on and create different goals. As you get older, you become more knowledgeable. You're supposed to be wiser, really understanding realistic aspects of life. And I'm like in my late 40s, and every day I'm learning something. I'm seeing something new. I have evolved over the years. I don't think the same as I did when I was younger. Maybe a lot of these women are younger, but shoot, some of them like in their 30s and 40s still talking that crazy talk. And a lot of times they believe that they should be treated just a certain way just because they're a woman. But that's on a whole different video. That's something else. You know what I'm saying? Hey, these are videos that pop up on my feeds that I see, and I just don't understand, the reason behind it. I wish there was logic behind it. I know what people want. Hey, we all got hopes and dreams, but a lot of times we're not going to obtain what we want. So what do? Yes, you have to settle. The word settle is not bad, especially when you have these these lofty, unattainable goals, right? Like everybody's not going to get somebody that makes $500,000 a year. It's just not going to happen. Very few, small percentage, 1-2%. Every man is not going to get a young lady that's, quote unquote perfect 10 with the perfect body, perfect attitude, perfect scenario, who, willing to become, wife material. It's just not going to happen 100%, right? So then you look at the statistics. Now I'm saying it don't mean that you don't strive, but when you look at reality, then it's like I said, let's just live in reality, and let's see what you have to settle for. You may have to settle for a person that makes $100,000. You may have to settle for someone that makes $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 because no one's out there doing it. But we're talking about for now. You can get a guy young enough, then maybe you're supposed to be his helpmeet. If you want that man to make $500,000, then become the young man's wife, helpmeet at a young age, to where you may be the reason or the person that's going to help him get to that status. But if you want a person who already has that status, then he probably doesn't want you because you wasn't there in the beginning. He probably already can read the type of person you are. But anyway, but this video is about, like I said, reality. And so today, well, not today, but the other day, I was working, passing medication to the residents, and one lady went to her room. She was, older lady. She's like been in this town, been in this little city all her life, back when it was just a little old small town of maybe a few thousand. And now it's like just growing like a lot of these North Texas cities are doing. And we just sitting there talking, and I told her that I was trying to get this garden going, right? Again, I got this compost and soil delivered, and got to get it moving, got to get it, got to get it set up so we can get this stuff planted. And she was saying, like I said, this is an older woman. When I say old, I mean maybe like in her 80s, maybe 90s. I'm not sure. I can't recall at this point. She said, and this is where your high value that monetarily doesn't matter, because these are what she said is like shows you what's important and what's not. She said that she was the youngest of all, like her siblings. She was a baby. And that she can remember when her parents would be out planting the garden. And her daddy was crippled, like wheelchair bound, crippled. She said crippled, but arthritic. And I guess it was bad. She said she can't remember a time that she ever saw him with straight limbs, right? Fingers and back and all that just twisted. She said when it was time to plant the garden, time to put out flowers, her mom would be out there digging them rows. And her dad would be out there on the ground, crawling on the ground with seeds, putting seeds in the ground right behind them. She said he always made sure that they had crops, plants, fruits, vegetables in the back, and pretty flowers around the house. No matter what. And she said she never known a day that he was not crippled. When I heard that, I thought, man, that's where your high value, all that crap y'all be talking about, this money, and man better have this and do this for you, all that goes out the window. This is why a lot of you women holler about the high value, and I'm gonna go there. And that's why dudes won't marry you. And that's why some of y'all, Dre and Michelle, gotta find you a 22-year-old dummy to have babies with, because an older man already know your value. You know what I'm saying? It's because you want a man that will make sure that you are taken care of no matter what his situation. As long as he is alive, he's gonna do everything he can to make sure that you and the kids are taken care of. No matter what. No matter what. And when this resident told me that, I'm like, that's a real man there. And that's a real woman there. She understands. Like I said, they're out there working together no matter what. She's taking care of this man. And he's also making sure that his family's taken care of the best way he could. Now, she said that the only time she ever seen him have like straight fingers and standing straight was right after he died. Because she said the doctor told them that once he dies, if you want him to get into a casket, once he takes his last breath, you're gonna have to straighten his fingers and his back and his legs and stuff out. And so she said she was there. She was about 25 years old. She was the only one there. And when he died, she said she remember being crying for days, for weeks, I think. So she said when he passed, and her and her mom sat there and straightened that man's straightened that man's body out so he can get into that casket. That's high value. Period, point blank. Wealth comes and goes. Looks fades over a while. But that true love, that true high value is there until you die. But anyway, that's all I got. Tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below, then share it with the world. Think about it. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.